Shina.
Yes.
And last name is
R-E-N-A-R-D.
Mr. Paul. Well, first of all, what was your reaction when they said, "We found the car"?
I think we thought it was really funny.
Something that you probably have not even given any thought to, right? For years.
Absolutely not. Like it was 33 years ago, so probably not for 32 years. Something like that.
And so what do you remember? You said, I believe one of you had told authorities, right, that you remember Paul talking a lot about the car and it's just kind of a mystery as to what happened, right?
Yes.
Just bring us back to that time. Bring us back to 1979.
Right, you could do that, Di. Well, he was out at a bar called Duck Duck Goose, and he decided, I think it was cold that day, so he decided that before leaving he would warm the car up. So he went out and started the car, and then went back into the bar, you know, just to finish up, whatever. And he came out and the car was gone. Duh. So it was just gone, and there was never any signs of the car found.
Was it upsetting to him? Was that his only car? What was the situation?
I'm sure it was his only car.
And our uncle's skis were in the car. I think he felt bad about that because he had borrowed his skis, and so they were gone.
Yeah. And so, I'm sure he obviously filed a police report and went through the proper channels that way, right?
Yes.
And just never, like you said, probably never gave it another thought, at least for you, right, as the sisters.
No.
Was it upsetting to him that the car was stolen?
I'm sure it was upsetting
Yeah.
to him.
And it had Minnesota plates, right? And so that was kind of the thread that brings us to today. What was it with the Minnesota plates? How did that...
Well, we all grew up here in Green Bay, but after college he moved to Minnesota and worked for the DNR in Minnesota. So he was living in Minnesota at the time and just visiting, right?
Yeah.
And he was visiting both of you, or...?
Our parents.
Parents, okay. And so, last Friday, right, is when they find this car. And so, did you ever, Di, when you heard this on the news...
I didn't hear it on the news.
You read it in the paper?
You read it in the paper?
Yeah.
And so, what did you think? Did you ever even put two and two together?
No, not at all. No.
Just thought, wow.
Police called,
Yeah.
And so what was that conversation like when the police telephone rang? What happened?
Well, first they called his girlfriend because that was his last address, permanent address. So then she called me first, so I knew why the policeman was calling me. So, but yeah, we thought it was funny, and we think Paul had something to do with finding the car.
Why is that?
I don't know, because we think in the spirit world, he thought, my car is under there, find it. This will be funny.
And so, yeah, it was kind of, I guess, maybe a guiding force then, because, like you said, no one probably had ever even known, obviously, that was there, right? It was so long, and the license plate had deteriorated, and a lot of the car had deteriorated, too. And so, I was reading, too, that the family has decided to destroy the car, right? There's nothing to keep.
I didn't say that.
No, okay.
The police officer said, would you like the car? And I said no. So from that, the implication was that we said destroy the car. But, we thought maybe we could sink it as a reef out there in the bay or something.
And so, the other thing, too, is that we thought, well, geez, that is weird because it was just a year ago, right, that he passed away.
Yeah, in the bay.
In the bay. So, what's that been like, too? Has that brought up those emotions as well, or has this been more of a comfort, like you said, that it's like a spiritual thing?
Yeah.
It is a spiritual thing.
I think it's more of a comfort.
And I think it's kind of macabre, but we both think it's ironic that Paul and his car both ended up in the same body of water. So, it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
And we do think he would think that this is very funny that they found his car.
He had a good sense of humor.
Oh.
Yeah.
A jokester?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that was something too. It was I guess two mysteries, right? Involving your brother because he went missing for a while, right? When it was his boat that capsized,
Yeah.
right? And so that must have been a terrible feeling for both of you as well in those days, those hours until they found him. What was it like?
Oh, it was horrible. I don't think I can describe it. I mean, when he came out here and he wasn't here, so yeah.
And then another mystery
Yeah,
that came about as well. I think that's kind of an interesting
it is.
twist too, right? Yeah, two mysteries, both
Yeah.
involving water, both
Yeah.
involving the fire.
Yeah. And Renardin's Fox in French, so the car was found in the Fox River, so that's ironic.
What is it that you want folks to know? You know, obviously a lot of attention was being paid to this story in particular, as well as last year when you went missing. But a lot of people were just thinking, strange mystery. What do you want people to know just about your brother, about the situation? Obviously, you both have got a pretty good sense of humor about it too, as you said you would. But what do you want folks to know about Paul and about this?
Just that, I mean, he did have a great sense of humor, and he was a jokester, and I mean, he was not very practical. You can see that by leaving his car running outside of a bar on a cold night. But we just I think all think that this is just a great thing. Yeah, and that he's up there kind of going, hee hee.
Yeah, because he definitely believed in an afterlife, and so I think he really thinks it's really cool.
Yeah.
So then what? Because the police are saying it seems like that somebody intentionally broke this into
Oh,
the
yeah.
water and it was rusted, the gas pedal and everything.
Yeah.
Why do you think somebody did this?
I don't know. I think the person who stole the car must have not wanted any evidence or something. Must have just ran it. I think that used to be a parking lot.
Because that's I guess maybe the one part of the mystery that may never
Yeah.
get solved, right?
Right.
It's what
And-
motivated this
Right.
person.
Who did it
Yeah.
and why? But
Yeah.
thank God nobody was in the car.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you think that this person, if they're watching, should come forward, or I mean, is
Oh.
that?
Oh, no.
They're saying obviously the statute of limitations
Yeah.
is
A little bit
long
over.
past, long
Yeah.
past. Yeah, and I know the police had made a comment as well, saying, oh, if you don't want it on your conscience, come forward. But I think it is probably a safe assumption that person or persons will never come forward. Anything else that you ladies can add?
No, I think so.
Good. Well, we appreciate it. And Di, it's just D-I, correct?
Right.
And your last name, Di?
Go ahead. She will always be.
Okay, great. And now, are you the only siblings, or were there other siblings as well?
Well, we have a sister. She died of cancer.
Jason, they've got great pictures here.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for driving all the way from Apple.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for being available.